Hey, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of the Legends of Sport podcast. I'm your host, Andy Bernstein. It's a special edition because we once again took the podcast to the annual Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame Enshrinement festivities at the Mohegan Sun Resort, and then the birthplace of basketball, Springfield, Massachusetts. We're leading off our slate of interviews with one of the newest enshrinees, Dwight Howard. In fact, Dwight is a two-time Enshrinee this year, individually as a player and as a member of the 2008 men's Olympic team, known as the Redeem Team. Dwight was a first-round pick out of high school in 2004 by the Orlando Magic, an NBA champion with the Lakers during the 2020 bubble season, and a fierce competitor at all levels. It was great to catch up with Dwight and celebrate his double induction. So folks, sit back and enjoy this conversation. And as always, I'll see you on the backside.
Well, it's not often I get to sit with a double inductee into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. One of the few. I'm not sure how many at the same year got inducted at the same time.
Yes.
First of all, as a player, as great as you are and were, you're going into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, but you're also going in with your teammates from 2008, from the Redeem Team.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
I when I first found out about getting into the Hall of Fame, just for my career, I literally cried for about 30, 40 minutes until there was no more tears coming out. But then when I found out that I was also going in for, my Olympic team, it's like, wow, like I was a part of something so special.
Yeah.
And back then I didn't even realize how special it was because I was so young.
Yeah.
But looking back on it, man, I'm just thankful that I was able to be in that moment.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that experience for a minute, because I'd been with U.S. Olympic team since the Dream Team in '92. There was some great glory years, and then there was not such a glory year, 2004, right? Some of the guys returned to 2008, but then guys like yourself, Kobe, you new guys coming on the team, not necessarily rookies, but brought in a whole new regime at USA Basketball. And do you remember the initial meeting that you had with Coach K as a team?
Man, I'm 39. I was 19.
I can't remember anything either.
I remember, us sitting down and, him explaining, like, this is about to be a whole new, like, we not playing with these boys no more.
Yeah, right.
Like, if you want to be here, like it's time to lock in. This is I want to say they said a 3-year commitment.
Yes.
At the time.
Yes.
And I was like, man, this is going to be a lot. Our summers were usually committed to getting ready for next season, but now it's all dedicated for us getting ready for the Olympics.
Right.
And I'm glad I did it because looking back on it, now I'm a Hall of Famer for the Olympic team.
Yeah.
So,
Amazing.
I'm glad about that.
Yeah, I remember him saying, you all have egos, and I'm not going to tell you to check your egos at the door. Bring your egos in, because we got one big ego. It's going to be across our chest, right?
Yes.
And that just was so impactful for me, man. It's crazy. So, tell me about getting in as a player. And I'm especially interested in who you pick to be your presenters, because you're going to have like a whole crew up there presenting you tonight.
Getting in as a player.
Yes.
That is kind of like, I didn't even know that it was going to happen. With all the media stuff and everything that was going to happen, I was like, man, they let me out top 75, man. Somebody finna hate on me again. I ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
And to get the call, I'm like,
first ballot, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my teammates like, bro, you in, bro, you tripping. And I'm like, man, I'm telling you, top 75,
yeah.
Yeah. But to get in it is like getting into heaven.
Yeah.
It's like really getting into heaven. And
right.
So all the hard work, I just remember the days of being in College Park with no basketball goal, dribbling in the street, against my brother, like,
amazing.
Trying to get past him to see who can shake somebody better. Like that was like my fondest, like some of my youngest memories of playing basketball is trying to shake my brother. And then when we finally got a goal, everybody in College Park, where I lived at, trying to come over and play against us.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense.
Were you dominating as a kid?
I was smaller than,
Because you're like a point guard growing up,
yes,
right?
And then I had a growth spurt one summer. But
Yeah.
before that, you know, playing in my backyard against all these different people from my neighborhood, it really kind of brought out my toughness.
Yeah.
And it taught me the game of basketball on a different level. So when I did hit that growth spurt,
Yeah.
it was like, this is what I did. Yeah.
So I snuck in and listened to your speech rehearsal, which by the time this comes out, the whole world will have heard your speech. But you talk about the big men that impacted you in your game. Of course, Bill Russell, you never played against. But Patrick Ewing, Robert Parrish, who else is going to be up there with
Patrick
you?
Ewing, Robert Parrish, Dennis Rodman,
yeah.
Kevin Garnett, and Shaq.
Wow.
So my favorite player all time is Wilt Chamberlain. So he's deceased. So
Yeah. I wish I had seen him play.
yeah, I really wanted to see Wilt play.
Yeah.
It's just everything they said about Wilt was sounded so crazy that I was like, man, I want one day people to say that about me. Like I remember listening to my coach Clifford Ray.
Yeah.
He was trying to tell us Wilt Chamberlain stories, but I was like, there's no way this happened. He was like, I'm gonna tell you, one time he hit the ball so hard that when he flushed it through the net, it hit somebody's foot and their whole foot broke. I said, ain't no way he's that strong. And he was like, one time, I'm telling you, Wilt Chamberlain came to practice with scratches all over his body. We was trying to figure out what happened. And they told us he had wrestled a mountain lion and killed it. I said, man, y'all just fried. You lying. He ain't wrestled a doggone mountain lion. Stop lying.
Yeah.
But, you know, just to hear those stories, I'm like, man, one day I want people to tell crazy stories about me.
I love that you have Rodman up there with you.
Dennis Rodman.
I mean, watching him play night after night after night, just a rebound machine, right?
Yes, and that's why the reason why, you know, I chose Dennis, because later on in my career, when I got to the Lakers, I just really had one job, and it was that Dennis Rodman job.
Yeah.
Be the energy.
That's right.
You know, be that antagonist, the person that's going to, you know, get in somebody's head, you know, make somebody want to flip out, just go get every rebound.
Yeah.
So I dyed my hair purple a little bit. You know, I got the locks. You know? You know, I got this whole persona going.
Yeah.
And, you know, Dennis Rodman is, you know, one of those people that he's always let his personality show and flow, and he didn't care what nobody said.
Yeah, well, field is game, obviously.
Yes.
And the last thing I want to talk about, you and I were together in the bubble.
Yes. Oh, my God.
You're on the Lakers. You know, you just talked about how you were an integral part of that team.
Yes.
And win the championship, right?
The bubble.
There's like 9 people there, right, to celebrate.
Yeah, I don't really think. See, people, you were there, so you had a chance to really experience the bubble in itself, and people thought that it was just the easiest basketball, easiest time in the world.
Right.
But it really wasn't.
No.
It really wasn't. That was a very difficult time.
Yeah.
Not just for us as basketball players, but us as people. So much stuff going on in the whole world.
That's right.
And it wasn't just the United States. Like, we were in a whole full-blown pandemic while we were playing basketball.
Yeah.
And so for us to come out on top throughout all the odds and everything, it shows how resilient we were, how consistent we were, and also how dominant we were throughout the whole season for us to come back and win that championship.
Yeah.
And we celebrated with 6 people.
Yeah. I was one of them. It's a funny thing. The NBA always sends me into the locker room, and you know, we're there, the champagne's flying all over the place, and people are telling Nat Butler and I, you got to stay 6 feet away. You got to stay. It's like 6 feet away. That's over. Now we're done with that 6 feet away stuff. I'm gonna be like right in everybody's face. It was just a great celebration.
That was so crazy. Yeah. We had to get the COVID check 3 times a day. I'm like, bro, we can't catch a cold in here. How are we gonna catch COVID? It was crazy, but the championship, and then now leading all the way up to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Again, man, this is just a unbelievable honor, and I'm so grateful to be able to have my family here, my kids, my parents. My brother and my sister here to be able to see me get this award. Yeah. And all my friends. This is crazy. Like,
well, yeah. I'm super proud of you. I've photographed you, known you since The moment you walked on the
I was a
NBA
little
court.
old skinny dude with braces.
Yeah,
and no hair and no tattoo.
Yeah, but you talk about dominant. Oh my goodness, people maybe they don't remember your early career in Orlando enough.
I think you just how people say you just had to be there.
You had to be there, but that set the table, man, for a great career, and that's why you're here tonight.
I really believe that. So shout out to Orlando, man, because that was such a great time in my career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was always a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
And I can't thank you enough, and congratulations. Two-time Enshrining tonight.
Yeah, two-time, baby. Man. Yeah, double-double. His whole career, even in the Hall of Fame, baby, he got a double-double.
You're the man. Thanks,
thank you so much, man.
So much fun catching up with Dwight Howard during the Hall of Fame festivities. Congrats to Dwight on his double induction this year, as a player and as a member of the 2008 Redeem Team. Dwight is a great guy with great stories. Everyone was talking about him all weekend long, about what an incredible physical specimen he was coming out of high school. In fact, he still is. I think the guy could grab 20 rebounds tonight without any problem. So, folks, thanks for tuning into this episode, as always, and supporting the Legends of Sport podcast. Please tell all your friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legends of Sport, our Instagram at Legends of Sport, and of course, my photography can be found on Instagram at ADB Photo Inc. Thanks to our producer, Carlin Barker, and our editors, Addison Shao and Sean Gosser. Folks, we're going to be bringing you more episodes from the Hall of Fame festivities, so keep coming back week after week. We're going to have great ones for you. Thanks, folks, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.